Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. It's another day with Fellow F. All right, guys. Lately we've been working on a whole lot of stuffs related to forex trading for beginners. Okay, I've taken you guys through beginners guide, like what is forex, how can you use candlesticks to trade, how to do technical analysis, how to understand internal and external trends, market structure, stuffs like that. So on today's video, I'm going to be breaking down your very first strategy, one of the most beginner-friendly strategy in the whole industry. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking it down to you from head to bottom. All right, so today we are going to be talking about support and resistance. At times, so many people get confused about it. So I'm going to take you through it like a complete beginner. I'm going to treat you like a 5-year-old so you should understand, because the goal of this channel is to actually make trading easy. Okay, so if this is your first time watching, do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Show some love by subscribing and also clicking the notification bell so that I receive notifications for every new video that I share on this channel. Okay, if that has been done, congratulations to you. See you in class while you take your first strategy lesson. This video was supposed to be exclusively for my academy, for my students, but for the fact that when I started my journey, I learned a whole lot from YouTube, I'm gonna drop these on YouTube. Okay, yes, you guys are gonna learn a lot from this free training. Okay, this is more like a master class, teaching you a strategy, giving you a system that if you can apply, you can be smart enough, then you'll be able to make so much money. There's this guy on YouTube, Swaggy C. I learned so much from that guy, so I cannot be greedy with knowledge. I'll actually tell you a lot about my journey, so just make sure you subscribe to the channel. So today we are going to be treating support and resistance. Yes, support and resistance might sound so easy, so simple, but so many people fail to understand how to actually trade support and resistance. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna decode that so that you can understand in an uptrend how you can trade support and resistance, in a downtrend how you can trade support and resistance, and in any trend how you can catch good entries on support zones and resistance zones. So the first thing you have to understand is when price is below the strong zone, it is called resistance. So resistance is above while support is below. Okay, which means you sell from resistance zones and you buy from support zones. That's the first thing you have to understand about support and resistance. Okay, so this is actually an uptrend scenario where price is creating higher highs and higher lows, right? If you notice, this is where we usually consider a break of structure. Okay, but first you have to understand something. The last time price got to this point, what happened? Price bounced off that point and crashed. Okay, so this time around, when it came with so much momentum and finally break through the level. Okay, now that price has broken through this level, what do? You mark out the level, hoping that when price comes back to that level, you should be looking to get a good entry to buy. Since we are in an uptrend, it means when price taps back on the support, you wait for your confirmation and then you catch a buy entry. Okay, you buy. That's how simple trading support and resistance look like. Does it make sense? Does it sound easy? Yes, it should. But you don't just get in randomly. Okay, in an uptrend, you don't sell from the resistance zones. Okay, when you are in an uptrend, ignore all the sell opportunities that present themselves. Especially, let's take for example, this is 1 hour. Okay, and you are seeing an uptrend on the 1 hour, and now maybe price taps on a support on a resistance zone and want to start giving you some sales. Why should you be selling? 1 hour is small, okay, unless you want to be, you catch the little pullbacks on the 5, 3 to 15 minutes. Apart from that, you should be looking forward to be buying, okay. Wait for price to break through the zone, then you wait for it to come back and give you a buy entry. So that's how simple trading support and resistance should look like, okay. If this video is helping you, tell me in the comment section, help, okay. Tell me exactly what you learned from this lesson, okay. Share your thoughts in the comment section because that motivates me a lot to do better, okay. So now that you understand what support and resistance is and how to capitalize, how to take advantage of these zones, I'll take you to the next level, which is a downtrend scenario. You see, price is actually creating lower highs and lower lows. And like I told you, when price is above a resistance zone or a strong zone, it is considered support. And when price is below, when price is below, it is considered a resistance, okay. So in this scenario, you realize that when price gets to a support zone, like this is where we consider a break of structure. That's where price actually breaks structure. And when price breaks structure, what do? You mark it out as usual, okay. You mark out the break of structure. You take a line from the most recent swing low across. And what do? You wait for price to pull back to the zone. That zone automatically becomes a resistance zone. Why? Because the last time price came there, it pulled all the way back, telling you that zone is not just a random zone. There is something big happening around that zone, okay. Yes. So for my students in the academy watching this, take your time. I remember when I was studying on YouTube, I can proudly tell you now, Swaggy C changed my life. I learned a whole lot from Swaggy C because everything, okay, every time I studied on YouTube, every time I watched any of his video, okay, I actually started watching him in 2022 ending. That was December 2022. I started October, somewhere around October. I started watching Swaggy C, okay, and every time I watch a video, I go back on the charts, I test it. I don't go to a live account to trade because so many of you just come watch videos, you go and start applying it, trying to catch every move, trying to understand by trading. No, take out time, go back to your trading view, you back test, go back in history. The charts are there many years back where you can go back, try out what you have learned, okay. So go back on the chart, try to practice this, okay. Practice it until you understand it properly. Before at that point you can choose to see if you can actually use this strategy, because this is a whole strategy that can, some people call it break and risk and retest, okay. So I consider this support and resistance trading. This is the best way to actually trade support and resistance. This is the easiest way. For me, okay, so I'm not saying it's the ultimate, but when you test it, you try to apply it, you now understand how it works. That's when you can now use real funds to trade what you have learned, okay. Let's get back into the video. So after practicing all this, get now your pen and your paper, you write down your trading plan. Do not be confused, okay. So you understand that when price is below resistance zone in a downtrend, that's when you get your sell opportunities. So this is actually where you look for sells, okay. Stop loss few pips above, simple, okay. You target a minimum of 1:2. So on the next couple of slides, this is actually the reality on charts. So looking at this, you see exactly how it works on real charts, right? Price came to this zone. What happened? It bounced off, came all the way down here. Now, you see, when it even got to this point, you saw it showed some kind of rejections, okay? Came all the way up. And what happened? Price pulled back down, tapped on the support zone, and gave us a massive buy. Okay, so in an uptrend scenario, you buy from support zones. Okay, you buy from these support zones, while in a downtrend it's the opposite. Okay, in a downtrend it is the opposite. See, when price created a break of structure here, you realize this was actually a support zone where price came and bounced off. Okay, went up before coming down now with so much momentum, breaking it, and now giving us a sell opportunity. Okay, giving us a sell opportunity. So there are so many sell confirmations or buy confirmations that you can use. That's why I started by teaching you candlesticks, and I told you to go study more about candlesticks, because you will now know exactly what you're looking for around these levels for you to take a decision. So look closely at the support zone. Okay, when price got to this support zone, what do you see? Rejections. You see candlestick creating wicks around that zone, telling you the market is finding it difficult to actually break through and close below, right? So that's one confirmation. You can go down to the lower time frame, you see a big candle closure telling you, okay, it's time to buy. So like I said, study candlesticks and understand how candlesticks work. Okay, so go back to the video I spoke about candlesticks so you know all the parts of candlesticks. And when you see these wicks, okay, these long wicks around a support or resistance zone, it tells you a whole lot. Okay, and for my students, you must have studied the bullish engulfing and the bearish engulfing. Look at what happened here in the sell scenario. You see the rejections, price unable to close above the resistance zone. And now, where did we enter? On this bearish engulfing, okay? The closure of that bearish engulfing told us, oh, sellers are dominating. And when you catch a sell or a buy around these zones, you just target a simple 1:2, okay? You can target a simple 1:2, and that's how you make your simple, easy money. It might sound very easy on the picture or on the images or on the charts when I'm doing it, but if you don't go home, practice it, try to understand how it works, it will not be as easy as it is. Okay, so create time, dedicate time, and do not forget to show some love by subscribing to this channel, and let's keep it going. I really appreciate the fact that you've watched the video all the way to this point, and if you've actually watched this video all the way to this point, it means you are really very serious about taking your trading to a whole other level. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's keep building. And if you want to join my free community, the links are in the description. Okay, even the brokers I use, you can as well click on the links in my description to create your accounts and start trading. I share free signals in my community, but I don't advocate for free signals because I teach you everything you need to know to be able to start trading on this channel. All right, so let's keep it going, guys. Love you. See you on the next video. Ciao.